All right, let's jump right in. We've all got one, and for pretty much all of history, we've been told it's just a ticking time bomb with absolutely no purpose. I'm talking, of course, about the appendix. But what if that fact we all learned is completely wrong? What if this little piece of so-called evolutionary junk is actually a vital piece of our internal machinery? Well, get ready, because we're about to explore the science that's completely rewriting the textbooks.
I mean, this is the big question, right? It's puzzled scientists and doctors for generations. Think about it. The human body is this incredible, efficient machine. So how could it possibly have a part that does nothing but get dangerously infected? It just doesn't add up. This was the central mystery. And for a very long time, we really thought we had it all figured out.
And this contrast, right here, it just frames our whole story perfectly. On one side, you have over a century of established medical belief. The appendix is useless, dangerous junk. And on the other, a groundbreaking discovery that completely flips that idea on its head, revealing it's actually a sophisticated, vital biological tool. Okay, so to really get why this new discovery is such a huge deal, we have to go back and understand the old way of thinking. Let's take a look at why the appendix got such a terrible reputation in the first place. And we're not talking about a minor inconvenience here. Appendicitis is a condition that can actually be fatal. So for most of modern medicine, the appendix wasn't just seen as useless, it was seen as a straight-up liability, a genuine threat just living inside you. Its only known job was to cause a whole lot of trouble. And look, this popular view wasn't just some old wives' tale. It had some serious scientific weight behind it, coming from, well, the father of evolution himself. The official term they came up with is a vestigial organ. And the idea is actually pretty simple. As a species evolves over millions of years, it stops needing certain body parts. But those parts don't always disappear completely. They just kind of hang around, like little architectural relics from a bygone era. And this is where Darwin's theory really sealed the deal. He figured that our ancient, plant-eating ancestors needed a much bigger gut. Specifically, a part called cecum, to break down all that tough plant fiber. As our diets changed over time, that big pouch shrank, leaving the appendix behind as this tiny, functionless souvenir. It made perfect sense. And I really want to stress this. This wasn't some fringe idea. This became the textbook fact, taught in every medical school, in every biology class. The verdict was in, the appendix was junk, and getting rid of it had absolutely no downside. Or, so we thought. Okay, but here's where the story gets really good. After more than 100 years of being the scientific punching bag, the appendix was about to have its comeback moment. See, with all our new technology and a much deeper understanding of the immune system and our microbiome, all those trillions of bacteria living in us, researchers decided, hey, let's take another look. And what they found, whoa, it wasn't a relic at all. It was a highly specialized and incredibly important little organ. And this is just brilliant. The best way to think about the appendix is like a secret underground bunker for your good gut bacteria. So when a really nasty illness like cholera hits, your body basically hits the emergency flush button and clears everything out. The bad guys, and unfortunately the good guys too. But inside the appendix, a little VIP crew of those essential good microbes is kept totally safe. Once the storm passes, they emerge, repopulate your gut, and kickstart your recovery. It's an amazing backup system. Okay, so if the appendix is so important, what happens to the millions of people who've had it removed? Well, as it turns out, the evidence shows a pretty clear difference. I mean, this chart really says it all. It's pretty straightforward. Studies have now shown that people who still have their appendix tend to recover faster from certain types of gut infections than people who don't. They've got that reboot system ready to go, while others have to rebuild their entire microbiome from scratch, which, as you can imagine, takes a lot longer. And the consequences are very real. We're not just talking about a slightly longer recovery. We're talking about a gut microbiome that's noticeably different long-term, and even a higher chance that some nasty infections, like C. diff, will come back again and again. Suddenly, removing that harmless little organ doesn't seem so harmless anymore, does it? The story of the appendix is incredible on its own, but it's also part of a much bigger story, a powerful lesson about science itself and how we approach the things we just don't understand yet. And this isn't the first time this has happened. Think about junk DNA. For decades, scientists called most of our genetic code junk simply because it didn't seem to code for proteins.
We now know that much of this so-called junk is actually critical for regulating our genes. It wasn't junk at all. Our understanding was just, well, incomplete.
And that's really the big takeaway here. The appendix is a powerful, powerful cautionary tale. It shows how we have this tendency to just label something as useless, when in reality it's our own understanding that's lacking. We dismiss what we can't immediately explain. And so that's the question I want to leave you with. Think about it. The appendix wasn't useless. We just couldn't see its purpose in our modern, sanitized world, where those massive gut-clearing illnesses are thankfully pretty rare. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What else have we dismissed as junk that's just waiting for us to ask the right questions? What other secrets are our own bodies hiding from us, right there in plain sight?